Hello, hello, and welcome to Fractured Fridays. Friday splits the streams. I am John, and I'm here. Now, Dolphin, be quiet. I have to turn you on first. Okay, well, this is gonna work if I just click this button. Talk, make sound.
Hello and welcome to Dolphins Live, the mashup of Dolphins Dive and Handelabra Live.
It worked.
Yes, Dolphins Live, the stream where Dolphin announces that he is live.
For next time, I can just click on this. I should rename this thing to Discord Audio. Discord Audio. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfection. So, welcome, Dolphin. It's been a minute since we streamed together, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while. Don't have Spirit Island Sundays. Well, we still do actually, but not with us.
Yeah, Seamus has been doing that. Handelabra's Dive. Yeah, it's Freaky Friday as well. My internet access went out again randomly all Tuesday, conveniently, so wasn't able to stream. And then I was like, can we do Friday since we know we're shipping on Monday? And there we go. So yeah, the big update 2.2 with Fractured Days and 6 aspects is coming out on Monday, and so this is representative of that version we're going to show. Yeah, I will mention. Do you want to do the spiel while I open my beer?
Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, or pretty much any avenue. You can follow John at Migrant P on pretty much any avenue. Handle level products include Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, One Deck Galaxy, ANZ End, Spirit Island, and Horizons of Spirit Island, all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. And One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch. Find out more information on handelabra.com.
Wow, you got more than I do.
Yeah. My
leave-
favorite is when they just rattle off all the games.
Say hello in the chat. Nezuchualt is saying things. What are aspects again? Yeah, so aspects are basically modifiers to existing spirits. So, for example, Dolphin is going to play Shadows Flicker Like Flame Reach, which modifies Shadows, so it replaces the special rule. So instead of paying an energy to target a power through Dahan, just once per turn, you can ignore range in any situation that it has a range arrow or something like that. There's also there's 6 of them in Jagged Earth, and there's lots more coming up in the future in Promo Pack and Nature Incarnate and stuff. So yeah, or he could be Madness, or he could be Reach. So yeah, we've got a few that we're going to demo today. You've seen them before on the stream. But we're going to show them more today. And Fractured Days, Split the Sky, is the new spirit. So, very exciting. Shadows becomes a sniper. Yeah. All right.
Insert that meme of like person pointing gun at person with a person pointing gun at them with a sniper in the background pointing a gun at all of them.
Yeah. And to keep the Fractured Friday theme going, we're doing... we're fighting France with forgotten powers. And we'll probably do a second wave for more aspects. So let's see. Let's get her going. Probably turn on land numbers in multiplayer. Whoop. So at the start of the game, Dolphin isn't seeing this, but my days that never were are shown to me briefly. And I can click on the icon there to go to them as well. Or you can click on your panel and see them like that. There's different ways you can access them.
Oh, that's interesting. They are sorted by minor and major power. I had that suspicion last stream, but it just so happened that alphabetical order was also minor, major.
Yeah, I changed there were some comment and suggestions last time. We streamed it, I think, or the last time I streamed it anyway. So now it sorts by minor, minor, then major, and alphabetical within that. So similar to looking at the decks, basically. Since you do choose to gain a card from there, so it's more similar than like your hand. So.
Yep.
All right.
Can you also divide it by slow and fast, and then by elements, and then by number of letters in the name?
It is divided by all of those things, but luckily there are no powers that both have the same name.
All right.
So, of course, when you start a game with Fractured Days, you look at all of these cards, you look at the board, you do some four-dimensional chess, and you win the game, and you say, okay, I won. I've decided what I'm going to do for the rest of the game.
I will leave it to you to figure that out. I'll just plan this turn out myself.
It's basically Frozen Eye. Spirit Island Frozen Eye, right? Like
Frozen Eye.
So often I just like go for the middle option anyways because I want to add presence to the island instead of moving it around, but it varies. So yeah, here we have, we're putting the icons for danger zones.
That's just where they're building.
Right. Actually, number 4 is safe because they're only building one town, right? And it's France. Oh, just where they're building.
Yeah. Just for informational sake.
Okay. Yeah, France 2, aka the regular France. They are going to discover search no locations this turn, right? So we're safe on that ground. Which is why I think it's actually easier with France to do this scenario. Usually. Next Jagged Cup update is the 4-year anniversary of 5D chess with multiversal time travel. Aha, that was a big hit during COVID, right? Did you play that?
I played it a little bit. I never really got into it.
I looked at it and I was like, yeah, but no.
Like, I was like playing some of the, I don't know if they're puzzles or tutorial things or what, but it was like, here's a mate in one puzzle. And it was like, I don't know, a king versus a king and a knight or something like that. I'm like, what the heck?
Mm.
I don't know. It's like, it's a game with chess rules, but it's not really chess, basically.
Right.
Like the way you normally play chess.
So one thing Days is really good at is making Dahan. With Blur the Arc of Years, I can make 2 Dahan with 1 power. So that's pretty cool. What else do I have that's Dahan moving related?
I can gather up to 4 Dahan, which searches a land automatically, so...
I was thinking of, if I'm going to Blur the Arc of Years, D5 is pretty good because I can also remove Blight in the same action, so...
Sure.
So I think instead of, well, actually, to reach there, I do need to take my last growth option. So let's do that.
There's a big, long line. Actually, yeah, except for E2 and D8, all of the special places, mysterious locations, whatever, they're all in a straight line.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's sort of a little wart E4, but...
Yeah, but, like, I'm thinking, like, I can gather Dahan
oh, right, just,
D7,
like, march the Dahan along the
and
line.
then just march the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, the other way, but, like, there's only one Dahan near D3, so it'd be better to start near E7 if I'm doing that.
Well, if I do D5, I can... Basically, I can search one of the neighboring sites. And then you can push them along. We'll just leave D3 for later. Like, I can just do D3 later. Probably.
Sure.
My Days That Never Were are not really super Dahan related. I mean, Strong and Coast... Yeah, that's how we do D3. Strong and Constant Currents. Just, like, teleport some Dahan there later. So... Ooh, Dire Metamorphosis. I mean, Enticing Splendor has excellent elements for me, too, and it stops a build, probably? Yeah, so... Ding! And if I want to play both cards, I can get... Oh, I don't... Actually, yeah, I can get time. So you get time off your presence checks, primarily. What did you end up deciding for Fractured Days and Second Wave? I don't understand the question. Is there a thing that I need to... Oh, do you mean for Absolute Stasis? I don't know. You can try it on Monday and see what happens. I don't think we've specifically looked at it. I don't know what's happened there. Not been a priority item. Okay, so...
So which one are you going to search?
Oh, about can you use Fractured Days powers in Second Wave? Yeah, those use the recommendation from the FAQ, which is you can spend up to 3 time, I think, or something like that. Whatever the FAQ says, that's what we did. So, right. So
which one are you going to search?
It doesn't really matter which one I search. So, I want either D4 or 6.
4 or 6. Okay.
And I can block a build in, I guess, E6, since there's a thing there. Actually, no, that would... Yeah, that's not actually great. Let me block a build in D4 instead.
Okay.
No. Oh, yeah,
Then
there won't be Blight there when I get through with it, so...
Okay, so I'll block E6 then.
Absolute Stasis, waiting for another few months. Well, I mean, you can try it on Monday,
I can't
so...
gather it into a good place.
Sorry?
Sorry, I'm thinking about my innate and gathering and explorer. And I could try to gather the guy out at E6 to prevent the build, but like that I can only gather into E4 or into
No,
D6,
you have reach, mate. You've got reach, baby.
Well, you know, when you put it that way.
Chuck him into E8 or wherever you want.
I forgot about my aspect 2 minutes into the stream. What did you expect out of me?
I mean, you could have used your Dahan one in E8 also.
Listen, man, I haven't played Shadows in like 2 months or something.
Wacko shacko.
I could just use up the reach power right now, except actually I think I have reach across the entire board with range 3. So never mind. So it doesn't really matter where I grow then, I guess. Yeah, because like, I don't know.
Sometimes yeah, I mean, if you want to go in somewhere, you might want to Concealing Shadows, but you can also use Concealing Shadows at any range with reach, so...
Yep. I guess I could... Okay, so like, I guess I was thinking about Crop Slither this turn. I could Crop Slither E2 or D2. I'll go E2 for no reason other than I can.
Sure.
But not that. Okay, so this, that...
And the other.
Okay.
I'm gonna unexpand, I think. With 2 players, I don't mind seeing both of us.
Too bad. I see everything.
Aha! Okay, so I'm gonna blur... I also have Slip the Flow of Time. One of us can play another card by paying the cost. Do you want to... Oh, you don't... Yeah, do you want to have your Super Innate? Middle Z Innate?
Probably not, because... Well... I mean, I could. I don't really know what the value of that would be this turn.
Or you could play Concealing Shadows, but there's no point. There's one fear, so...
Probably better to have it next turn if it's possible to have it next turn, so...
Yeah. I could only play past returns, and for really... I mean, not a huge benefit, so... I could get Blur, play next turn, but I don't think it's probably worth it.
You can get Blur and maintain your block for next turn. Helps with Frozen Eye.
Slay the Spire, Spirit Island. Well, first, let's do this. I'm going to push 1 Dahan in here. So we're going to reveal D4. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. And then I push both the Dahan. And then there are no Dahan, so we remove Blight. But first, we get a thing, maybe.
Nope.
Oh, wait, do I remove the Blight first? Oh, whatever. I don't get to remove the blight. So whatever. I screwed it up.
H-bra, read the card.
Oh, it's fine. If you're wondering, like, what happened... Oh, look. What's this? What's this that I clicked on next to the menu button? Logic Dolphin? Can anyone in the chat? Can anyone in the chat answer me what this thing is that I clicked on? Weird.
That's not it either.
This is a brand new feature coming on Monday. Mind blown. Yes, this is the story so far, which is aka a game log. A text-based primarily representation of what the heck happened. So yeah.
Oh.
So we'll pop that up once in a while and have a look. If we want to know, like, oh, hey, was there anything in that location? Like, no, because there's nothing here. But yeah, there was nothing. So that's fun. That's been asked for a lot. One thing it can also do, it can't do now because it revealed new information, but we'll see later, is you can undo back entire phases with this feature. So that is another thing that's been asked a bunch. So it turns out I can't Enticing Splendor how I wanted, Dolphin.
Oh, because you're going to gather... Oh, the Explorer out. Yeah. Good job. Well, I already used my gather, so I can't undo
but I could gather up to 2 Dahan into this land with the thing.
Sure.
So that seems just as good. And I could slip the flow of time to get back something. I mean, get back by playing past your turns, then I could use it again to spend time to get back a thing. I don't know. I could just reclaim if I want to reclaim, and I don't want to spend my time for that, so.
So, can I make a request?
Mm-hmm.
Can we add commentary to the log so I can say, at this moment, John effed up?
Oh, you want to type in?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That did not occur to me, but that's an idea.
It was at this moment that John realized he bleeped up.
You can suggest it on the beta board.
Sure. I mean, I was half joking, but
no,
yeah,
but it's kind of interesting. So it shows you the invader phase here too. The first event card got discarded. It was farmers. There's ain't be no spurning in this game.
always be spurning. Wait. Oh.
We could allow react icons on log entries.
Did you want me to make a new card on Trello or to add to a card?
You can make a new card. Just in the new feedback. Sulking Raccoon asks, do we get to save the log for later after the game is over? You sure do. In the end game screen, you can export it to text file. It even has a little bit of markdown formatting. Gordian asks, have you considered allowing for seeded runs? Not specifically, but we have ideas for things like the weekly one-shot. Shared gameplay experiences. That's something on our list to look at down the road. Especially once Jagged Earth is out and there's a huge amount of variety, so.
All right, did it.
Did it.
Oh, it's my
Use your gosh dang powers.
Okay. I was originally gonna gather into like E7 and start going down the line, but I screwed up because I put my presence in E2.
Yeah,
so I guess I'm gonna just go either E4 or D6 then.
Yeah, they are building in D3, which is kind of awkward, but whatever. Let's just.
And they are building E4, so I think I'll gather in E4 just to take that first. I can leave the Dahan in D7 and let that land ravage and they don't take damage. So let's take these guys. And I'm gonna take the Singleton. Oh no, I always took the Singleton. I didn't notice. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Oh,
we got a thing. The Dahan discovered a rib
normal ravage.
Oh,
Oh
good.
yeah.
A one-time -3 damage. And that is noted in the log.
All right, so you have to hit finish using powers because otherwise you have to click the thing.
Yeah. Unless you want to use it right now, which, I mean, we could. It's not a huge win. I think we can do better later.
Okay, let's see if I can get a defend card so I can defend D4
Let's see
and
if I
stop.
have any defend cards. I do have defend cards.
Oh yeah, nice.
I have Carapace Land,
This is not Mountain Jungle.
which I can have defend 3, which will help for one of them.
Wait a minute. Dark and Tangled Woods, that's the progression track. Oh, that means I can take Jungle Hungers.
Yeah, you automatically get Jungle Hungers in 2 turns. Do we care?
Mountain Jungle is not relevant.
Honestly, D4, well, we want the Dahan to live. D4 could just happen. I can defend E1, or I could, like, gain a power card and see what I get. Oh, yeah, I could... Oh, I could Absolute Stasis D3, and then they don't build there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do that. Which means I don't defend E1, but that's fine. I want to add presence anyway, so... I mean, or... Alternately, or... I have Poor Time Sideways. So I could make them build less times and ravage less times on board D. There are so many weird things I can do. What weird thing do you like?
Well, ideally, if they would ravage less times, it would be on the board that doesn't have many ravages. But
No, right? Like I can...
if we can defend D4 and D7, I can protect one of them.
Right, but we could say they don't ravage at all or build on board D, and they ravage twice and build twice on board E.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then...
I mean, yeah, I could just do Sealing Shadows in E1.
Yeah. That seems good. It protects a mysterious location, and I just need to get a bunch of time, which is fine. I can do that with my second growth option, and maybe I get a power card that is useful as well. So now we don't need to use Absolute Stasis right now. I need 3... Yeah.
What we could do, I guess, is use the -3 damage this turn.
That's also an option.
That would defend E1 and D4.
Yeah, and I could either...
I mean, I feel like with that kind of thing, I almost never use it because I want to save it for when we need it. But then once like we're set up, we don't need it anymore. So
Yeah, and I can get it back and use it again. It's not like a one-time potion. Let's do Part Time Sideways. This is the stream where we're showing the spirit, so...
all right, we'll show off the stream. All right, fine.
All right, I'm going to make sure I have enough energy and stuff, so... if I gain 2 time, I can get to 2 card plays. Or actually just get to 2 energy. I'm just going to play that 1 card. Unless, it depends on what my power card gain is, so let's see what it is, if it's worthwhile. A good 0 cost. Ooh, Call to Isolation. Does that do something? That stops the build in E4. If I was close enough, which I can be close enough. That's worthwhile, I think. Also, great elements for me, so... Yeah, I mean, if we can stop one of these double builds, that's even better, so... Alright, I get to keep one of these cards. I guess it's the one with Moon on it. I should be able to do Poor Time Sideways with single presence going one stance to another. I mean, you... Oh, right. I don't know. We'd have to probably ask Eric about that. I don't know if that's come up. Let's see if it comes up. Guardian's asking, like, if you have the power that lets you shift your presence between sands at any time, can you move Poor Time sideways, like, between things with not having presence in both lands? I don't
There's
know
an
if...
animated rack root in the middle of my screen right now, by the way.
Oh, interesting. You should report a bug. It went to my...
Sure.
It went to my,
It might be because
days
I
that
have
never
my
were.
presence thing open, maybe. I don't know if that affects it.
Yeah, possibly. It went to my days that never were. It may be that there's a multiplayer issue with that we didn't come across until just now, so that's going to be in the build, but whatever. Oh, right, I also get to add a presence, so I get 2 card plays. So I need to be range 1 from there.
Notice, please ask all players in the
Oh, wait.
multiplayer game to send feedback as well. I'm not sure if you
I'm
need that.
already range 1 from there. Let's just have 2 sacred sites. I can send feedback as well. Sure.
Sorry, it's been a while since I played multiplayer Spirit Island, so I keep getting distracted with what you're saying and forgetting about what I'm trying to decide to do on my end.
That is fair.
It's like my presence and my... Because I can't afford all 3 of my cards. I want energy track. I'm trying to decide if I want a sacred site somewhere or not. Tooling Shadows is assuredly going into E1, and I don't want to be in E1, so that's what my range use up is on. Hey, animated record is done.
All right, I'm playing that. I'm sure there's some innates that I should be thinking about, but I'm not thinking about that. I don't get any innates because I'm silly and dumb, but you know. Something you can try to do is, like, play a bunch of cards to get the 3rd innate of Slip the Flow of Time, which I did get last turn, and then you can, like, play more cards. So that's kind of neat. We're gonna just do this, though. I'm sure, like, someone's watching this on YouTube, like, in the year 3000. They're like, oh my god, you idiot. You're playing Fractured Days in the worst way. And they're leaving a comment on YouTube 3000. So, hi. Hi there.
Hello, person from year 3000. Maybe you should port time sideways to return to the year 2024.
The past returns again.
I know it's hard to think of a time before, you know, Time Lord Trump was in charge of the world, but this is where we were.
Lord Trump. Oh my god. That's great. All right, where do we want these fools to go? I guess they can just all go into D7, right? Like, have a party in there. Yeah, get threshold, reclaim, lose threshold. That is a thing that happens. All right, on the board moved from 1 fewer. So, boop. So our effects say on board D, resolve 1 fewer time, board E 1 more time. Which is great for E4, means there's no build. Can you stop E8 or, like, make it be less towny?
I can move 1 explorer out.
Oh, but they go into the bad places, so I don't know if that's worthwhile.
Actually, I can only do it into E6, which is a bad place, yeah. So...
I mean, they're probably
Well,
not...
no, they can't explore sands. It's either
Yeah.
jungles or mountains.
That's
so...
it.
Alright.
It's 1 less town. So.
I mean, they will ravage an E6 twice, so if the event card says invaders do +1 damage, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess we could activate the scenario thing at that point, right?
Yeah, that's true. Which would be
So.
hilariously dumb, but...
True.
Maybe
Alright,
that it says move a Dahan in there and kill the guy, so that's the ideal situation.
Alright, event card, what do you say?
+1 health.
Beasts generate fear. Dahan to an inland land with Dahan. And that gives us E7.
Yeah, gives us E7. Beast generate fear. Hey, look, we got a fear. And we got a fear card because of doing that. So if 100% of Shadow's presence is stasis, would you
Interesting.
still target a power with once per turn, ignore range? Good question. That's probably a question for, like, Eric. I don't know if that's been ever asked before, so ask him first and then get back to... ask it on Board Game Geek.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Um, Another question, by the way. This is you're choosing board E right now, right?
Yeah, that's my board.
Like, this would like don't
Order matters?
that the order matters in the sense that like ordinarily it wouldn't matter, so I understand the game just automatically chooses an order for us. But in this case, since we are revealing something here, maybe we should have had a
Uh,
prompt for order.
I guess it's pretty edge casey whether it could matter even with this scenario, right? Because none of these things affect what's
Sure,
going on
fair
with
enough.
with the event or move to Han or whatever, right? So I
Fair
guess
enough.
there is, yeah, the invaders could get a thing to destroy a bunch of Dahan or so maybe it's like that's very maybe. Sulking asks, did two Dahan get added to board E? I mean,
No.
we've been moving around, and I did add two Dahan earlier, like last turn. So
If you're talking about E7, only one got added. There were two in there from before.
it's asking me to add Dahan again.
Oh, well, that's broken.
That's a bug.
Wait, no.
No?
Because time is poured sideways.
Oh yes,
That's
you are
why we
right,
had no prompt there. Okay, never
man.
mind.
You know what? If this is happening to us, there's going to be so many bug reports. I know next week, be like, man, I got extra Dahan. What's going on? It's because it says, yeah, it's all in each board land actions during the invader phase. All. So that applies to the Beast
That-
Prowl, which happened to be exactly the same effect. But,
yeah.
yeah. Dang. Oh, dang. Where do you want this guy? Probably, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Go there. Yeah, on each board happens twice on E. Same thing for
Then
fear
we have
cards. So this skips twice on board E. Well, they're already not building there, but...
during the next normal build, skip the lowest numbered land. Well,
Oh, they are ravaging twice and cascading in E1. Oh, no, they're not, though, because...
because
they're not...
yeah, the Dahan survives, and then the second Ravage is just standard damage.
I'm sure you thought about that more than I did.
I did.
They might discover a thing because they explore twice if they pull up mountain here.
Mm.
And they do.
Yep.
Yeah, Fractured
Well,
Days messes things up in good ways, but also bad ways.
A 1 in 5 chance. All right, they missed it.
Yeah, there was only one more thing, right? So... millions of explorers. Because, yeah, they put 4 in E5.
Oh. Well, I can get rid of things from E2.
You want me to look at
Are
the
you-
invader deck first?
Sure. I have a just so you know, I have a Mantle of Dread, so pushing Explorer Town, but
Mm-hmm.
it's either E7 or E2 is the relevant places. So yeah, okay.
So I can look at the invader deck, but then it may or may not be the next turn. But if it isn't the next turn, then we know what the next turn is. If that's clear.
So
Let's
what's your thought process on whether you look at the event deck or the invader deck here? Because I think I've almost only ever looked at the event deck, thinking that the invader deck doesn't really give that much information when it shuffles back in, right?
Well, so if you look at, I mean, if you look at either one, and then it doesn't come up next turn, you know what it is the following turn. So
Yeah.
that's like a decent value. It's just delayed, right?
Yeah.
Or if you happen to get it at the time when there's a 1 and a 2, like, and you can tell which one it is, right? Then it's more valuable.
But I feel
'cause
like
you can see the back. But
I feel like in
usually
most
the event
cases-
is I use the event more. I agree with you with that.
okay.
So
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt in the
Yeah.
middle of your explanation.
Yeah, so because
Yeah,
the event card, you can be like, well, I at least know what I might try to work towards for the event, right? Like, but yeah.
yeah. Because
So,
like we could know like, oh, Dahan are gonna defend one maybe this turn or the turn after, and if it doesn't pop up this turn, oh, Dahan will defend on the next turn. So,
yeah.
or
Right.
we mix up the Slave Rebellion. Which, speaking of which, let's not forget there's a Slave Rebellion somewhere.
Slave Rebellion is not
Um,
this, it's not next turn, but the turn after, right?
ooh, but what if you look at the event deck that it could be next turn?
Right. That's true, right? It could be next turn. Do we want to have that?
Ooh, do you want to pour time even more sideways?
All right, I'll click event deck just for that. So it's Lesser Spirits Imperiled, which is fine. I love having a permanent element. We
Oh, I see. I'm seeing this on my end too. I guess that's what I saw earlier with. Oh,
Oh, maybe, but you shouldn't have been shown that because it wasn't your concern, right? So that might be what's
sure.
going on. Uh, but yeah, this is a concern. I think we don't vote on this, but like, you should know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you have a plant card. You have 2 plant cards. So I mean, it's not like
Permanent element. Holy crap.
we can't decide to do this or not. But like, also I have a bunch of plant. Turns out, or one. I have a plant. And we destroy presence, but whatever. Yeah, and we can gather Dahan, so that's pretty cool too. So it's either this or Slave Rebellion next turn. And if it's Slave Rebellion, then we also get this. So we definitely get this, right?
True. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Okay,
so we
so
know
are
that this is
guaranteed
happening. And this lets us gather Dahan into lands, which means if we knew where the setup symbols are, which we don't, because that's not a thing. Now we have to actually show where the setup symbols are because you can know what the event is going to be. Oh my gosh. I know people have asked for that, but it's like, it's not that important. Like, come on. But now it is more important in this moment than it ever was. The Invader deck look can be good for Russia 4. Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Well, so the thing is, knowing where the Dahan setup symbols are for now doesn't really give us like, it's not going to give us mysterious locations because they are specifically lands that didn't have Dahan to start with. So,
right.
what Gracie Paw said.
Yeah. Also, back to Lefty Link. In case you're playing this on the tabletop, the Invader deck, you don't shuffle this with reminder cards. They stay where they were. So if that's what you were thinking, that's not how it works. You're gonna add a view setup symbol option. Yeah, but we were just talking about that. But maybe it's on the list. Low priority. Still low priority.
Add it to the list. Item number 50,749,514.
Yep. Yeah, there are things in Nature Incarnate that care about setup symbols. So
So if we do have Slave Rebellion next turn, it's not helpful for the Ravage, but we do have lands in both boards that would be Slave Rebellion targets at least. So
Clever Retort says, the fact you can't see them makes those gathers annoying. I mean, it just shows you the ones that you can do. It doesn't change anything, whether you can see the symbols or not. Do you want to use Defend 3 everywhere, or whatever?
I'm using Mantle of Dread.
Oh, you're using a power. I don't get to do that.
Unless you really wanted that town out of E7, but I think that was the Slave Rebellion target, so that's fine. Isn't like the... I guess I could read this. Instead of... Oh, no. Oh, I see. So, in not doing it for cards specially placed during setup is only for the second tier, about putting it on the bottom.
Yes.
So we can look at the early stage 3 card or at...
Yeah, you can shuffle those around, but you can't put them at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
And yeah, when it is like, when you have a distinct card, like Brandenburg Prussia's early stage 3 card, you can look at that. And then when you shuffle it, well, You'll know exactly where it is because either the stage 2 card is on top, or the stage 3 is on top, or
Yeah.
stage 1 or whatever. So
So we reveal, and if you forget what card you looked at with visions, you can find it here in the
oh yeah, I mean
story so
this is
far.
me being dumb, but Russia's rule is that like stage 2 and 3 are shuffled like 2 3 2 3 2
Oh
3,
yeah,
right?
I thought they were talking about the reminder card, but that's in the fear deck anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, the 2 3 2 3 2 3 thing. But those
So yeah,
also
you'll
count
know
as
exactly where it is.
specially placed, so you can't push the threes down to the bottom, for
Yeah.
example. All right, what are we doing?
Well, there is a 1 and 2. No, it's not even a 1 and 2. It's a 1 and 2 that's Slave Rebellion, but it's a 1 and 1 of
Right,
the plant thing. So
the lesser spirits is happening. Oh, I can't click on it because that's funny because it's in the deck, but I can view the tooltip. That's weird. So that is happening, but whether it happens before or after Slave Rebellion, we don't know, basically.
oh. Oh,
Oh?
cool. You can use the log to look back at the event card.
Yes.
That's very helpful.
You can go back all the way to the first turn, which is the previous turn.
I just mean that the event card you revealed, since it normally, like in the past, it shuffled back into the deck and we had to remember what it was. But we can actually use the log to see what you revealed and look at it there.
Yes. Okay.
So I can, okay, so at the expense of me doing pretty much nothing this turn, I could gain 3 energy, add a presence to get to +3 energy, and fund the entire event card by myself. By not playing a card.
Yeah? I mean, right now we have 2 Ravages that are doing anything.
Alright,
We
risk
have
of
any...
losing to towns? No.
Oh, right. They're building... I'm going to
Oh,
put
but they're escalating, so they might add towns.
They're building a lot of towns in E5.
Yeah. Oh, but the board D is empty. Whoa. Oh, because
Yeah.
they skipped board D, right? I mean, if D1 ravages, the explorers die. D3 ravages is a blade. I can just be like, well, my board's taken care of. Good luck, Fracture Days. I mean, you could also generate 1,000,000 energy with your third growth, right? Because you get 3 instances of 2 energy if you wanted.
Gordian Tangle asks, it's the same result after you undo. You can't undo after using that power because you can reveal new information with it.
It is a fair question,
And
though,
actually,
if you have unlimited undo.
you did reveal new information, so you cannot undo.
But what if you have unlimited undo enabled? And
Yeah,
then you
then
undid...
it's using the random seed. Of course, it's the same.
Okay.
Like everything else. We don't like if we didn't use the same random seed, then multiplayer would desync every time something random happened.
True.
That would not work. I don't really care about the blights. We could stop the E5 builds by absolute stasis. Let me see what my things are.
Yeah, I can't really do anything helpful unless I gain a power card that gives me a moon and fire, or I just reclaim all, but then I'm not growing. Yeah, I'm just gonna have an empty turn.
Are you putting presents down?
Yes.
I could flow like water you out of E5. And can you take all the explorers?
I think it's just 2.
Oh, it's
right?
only
Full life
2.
Water is 2.
It's only 2.
But that is 2 less towns.
I could stasis that land and they don't build any towns.
Fair.
Which I think is what I'll do. Maybe I will gain another power card. I like having permanent presence on the board more than... It's also a really good time to pass returns again. Because we can put in a stage 1 card. If we were gonna put a stage 1 card, which one do we like? I mean, it's Sands. Do we like that? We don't like that. That means they look at E6.
Unless you flow like water me. But then you
Well,
probably can't do that anyway.
yeah. Also, do we want to have +1 range on all powers?
Oh yeah, we probably should enable that, huh?
Seems good.
Unless we wanted to have +2 points. You know, because points are super important. Like, we're setting up this tournament, competitive Spirit Island, who can get the most points with a specific seed or something. No.
Yeah, so if I stasis E5 just for France reasons, I don't even know what else I'm doing. How are we winning? Are we making any progress towards winning? Not really, but...
We're getting a permanent element. That's a win condition, right?
That's true. Actually, I could isolate E6 and let them explore into the sands. That seems fine, right?
Yeah, because then they can't actually get into E6.
Yeah. So, let's do this. And I can get more time.
I'm just gonna... Wait.
Oh, I can't actually play enough cards. Well, I'll still isolate E6 because of...
Alright.
I think it's good to isolate E6 so they don't get to look at it. D3, they still could.
Alright, I'll come back in 10 minutes. I mean, I can't, but... Set them on an ever-twisting trail.
Death by Dahan probably will be fine, right? Probably.
I mean, yeah, we know exactly the event cards. They're
Oh,
not
that's
getting
true.
plus damage.
That's true. Are we, like, doing anything? Oh, yeah, actually, D4 and E7 are getting Slave Rebellion, so nice.
Yeah, those are the candidates for that. What was the rest of... Wait. Oh, I see.
You don't want 2 Fear from Dark and Tangled Woods?
Let's see. Forge, destroy presence, gain permanent element. Beast to a land without buildings, fear explores present, gather into a land with setup symbols. Nah, I'm just gonna discard the card and reclaim it next turn.
Sure.
Okay,
Hey.
it's not Sleep Rebellion.
So next turn is Slave Rebellion, as it was going to be before. We could delay the Slave Rebellion. That's a thing. You want to...
I can
also pay some if you want.
I have +3 energy or +2. How much more do we need? We need 5 more.
Yeah, like I could forget cards.
I'm at +3 energy, and all my cards are 0 or 1, so I can just pay it all.
All right.
Click a spirit to vote to destroy a presence.
Oh.
Except I still can click on presences after clicking on you.
That's actually... I'm gonna report that. I don't think you have to as well. Multiplayer presence destroy for this event is weird. So, yeah, it's showing that I can destroy. Are you being prompted to destroy, or is it just me?
I'm prompted to destroy as well.
Yeah, so it's just making it in a global choice where it should be individual.
We only have sacred sites on the board. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that would be nice. Oh, you also only have sacred sites.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for that event to pop up. I will click my presence here.
I was gonna say I'll follow suit, but actually I wanted to do D6.
Picking. I think I'm gonna pick moon since I seem to have less, and I'm short on that sometimes.
I mean, I need moon more than anything, but all my cards are already moon. Should I click fire just so I'm guaranteed to hit nates more easily? I guess so.
Yeah, I usually like to click fire just so that because it's hard to get that second fire sometimes, but it's easy to get all the
Sure.
moons that you want in life. Push beast. Where's my beast? Oh, he's here. The land without town city. Well, how about there? Get up here.
There were no boards containing lands with beasts and no adjacent. Oh, I see. Because D. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't know if this matters a whole lot because, as I said, you can't gather them into places where it matters. I could gather them into the place where they're going to get destroyed. I don't think I'll do that. Let's gather one into a land where they might remove the blight later. I guess we could gather them to prepare for the slave rebellion. Would that be smart? That'd be smart, right?
Well, you already have E7 for that. Unless you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. I was thinking E3, but
You wanted to
E7.
do like E5.
The town is
Yeah,
hiding
E3 is
behind your
fine,
icon, so I couldn't see it anymore.
So I could Concealing Shadows next turn, making me want to gather into D7.
I mean, they're not ravaging.
The choices here are 1, 2, 5, and 7, just so you know. But
Right.
2 would be for conversion defense from the one event card that's less likely to come up now. It's only 1 out of a million. If I gather out a D1, then I don't kill both explorers. So I think I'm gonna take 1 from E4.
Sure.
Actually, oh, this is up to 2. But oh right, because Slave Rebellion could go into D7 as well, and then if I defend that,
Well, D7's not ravaging. It's the sand.
What am I talking about? Oh, because I was thinking you're putting sands up is what I was thinking. But
Oh, I was thinking out of it, and then I didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not even paying attention to the state of the game. I'm paying attention to a hypothetical state of the game. I'm hearing things you say and taking them as gospel.
That's fair.
So that's dangerous.
All right, we got wetlands again, so they get to peak.
They reveal.
Oh,
Powers granting fire don't damage, destroy invaders unless the spirit spends an additional energy. Yikes.
Right now, I don't think that affects me or you, so no biggie.
Well, the good news is there's no more power sources.
Yeah. The bad news is the wetlands are effed. Every wetland has blight and a whole bunch of guys. Mountains are relatively fine. There's one blight. They didn't build E2? Oh yeah, it had disease, right? What happened to the city there? Did you just like eat it somehow?
I downgraded it and then I pushed it with another power.
And we're wait. Yeah, that's that thing. Maybe we use the benefit on the wetlands next turn, but it's not even going to be enough, right? They're ravaging for like 5 in each land or more, 6.
They're also building 7 towns. We only have 6 left on the cards, so. Is this where I get my jungle hungers? Should I take major?
Jungle Hungers is late.
Jungle hungers is slow. It's not going to save us.
Yeah. So
um,
this ravage, I mean, there's 5. Oh, no, they're not towns. I'm looking at the explorers like they're going to turn into towns, but they're not actually. If that build had happened, there would be 4 more towns on the map. So do any of these things destroy a whole bunch of towns? Firevine destroys explorers. I mean, that destroying explorers helps if it was fast, but it's not fast. Well, like
you
water
could make
helps.
it fast though.
You have a make
If you have
fast?
3 moon, if you have 3 moon, 1 air,
Right.
which you have an innate moon now, so
I would need to reclaim to get those elements. Yeah, I don't have that. So
All right, I'm going major. I can destroy all explorers
cool.
and
So
add a blight jungle or wetlands. But
yeah, do that on D3, right? I don't care if you add a blight. That's fine. Can you reach D3?
I can also skip all actions. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, you can always reach. So I think like D3 is
I
the
can
big,
always reach, yeah.
yeah, is the big thing.
Sleep and Never Awaken might be better though.
Oh yeah, Sleep and Never Awaken. You don't have
Oh,
presence
I
in
can
the-
hit the threshold on it.
The problem is you don't have presence in the sands at all.
Crap.
But okay. And it's fast, right? Already?
It is fast.
I can push you into a sands.
Okay.
So if you, is that going to be, oh, also Slave Rebellion. Yeah, but Slave Rebellion doesn't, it does take out 2 towns. That's true. So Slave Rebellion helps a little bit.
All right, yeah, we're not actually losing to towns then, other than the escalation. Yeah, no, because it's we get 2 towns back. There'll be 8. They're building 7, so they're down to 1, and then, yeah, if they escalate and add towns, then we lose. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna also be moving explorers around, and yeah, Sleep and Never Awaken, if I can get into a sands.
Yeah, I can, if I get a card from Never Were, I can move you into sands. So the question is, do you want to do that? Because that means I can't reclaim. It means I can't do a whole lot besides doing that. I can still do past returns again, so we can put wetlands. Haha, probably not wetlands. We'll put sands on top. So I think I'll do that. Let's grab Flow Like Water. It also gives you +2 range, so you don't have to use reach.
Yeah, we do already have +1 range also for the record.
You have +3 range.
All the range. I mean, I have plus infinity range, but just once. But all right, I'm going to forget Dark and Tangled Woods probably because it's.
Because Mountain Jungle is never coming up again, thanks to Fractured Days. I can just have stage 1 happen every turn for a while. So
Oh, I don't have innate moon. I have innate fire. Okay, so I don't have the threshold. I was speaking of not paying attention to the game state, but paying attention to the hypothetical. I was thinking of taking moon for a while before we started talking. So I was still in the mindset of I have moon.
It only removes 2 explorers from that wetland anyway, so it's not that exciting.
Yeah. Okay,
I thought you said destroy all explorers.
It destroys 2 explorers, but with the threshold, it could remove explorers and lands that I am, which would have been 4 more. But those aren't relevant ones anyway. All right. I'll take this then.
You're going to do skip all actions? All right.
It does skip all actions. True.
Oh, right. You can just hit that already. Right, that's the add blight one. So whichever one, you don't need me to move you around now. So I think I'm not going to grab
Nope.
that card. So, I think I would rather reclaim.
Although with Pyroclastic Flow, I'm not hitting my innates because, again, I didn't take Moon. Man, I should have listened to my instincts and taken Moon.
Well, can
Even
we go
though
back
it was
that
also
far?
my
No, we
instincts.
cannot.
Even though it was also my instincts to take fire, so...
I mean, can't you hit the threshold on flow?
No, I only have 2 card plays.
You only have 2 card plays in the spirit phase.
I also only have 1 Earth.
I also can't get enough sun.
I don't have any other Earth cards. I didn't... The card I forgot wasn't Earth, was it? Oh, it was. Oh. But then I wouldn't have gotten air or something? I don't know.
All right. I can stop some stuff happening with absolute stasis. Oh, I can pour time sideways. We can double Ravage build on board D. And none on board E. Does that make sense?
The second build would just be cities, so it won't create a loss condition.
Yeah, and if you kill all the guys in D3, they don't build at all, so...
True.
Well, or I guess in either of them. So, like, probably D3.
Yeah.
That seems good. That means I won't have any presence left on that board, but we can deal with that another day.
Plus one. All powers have 1 range. Wow. Alright, so I'm gonna then Crops Wither to get rid of... Well... Turning a city into a town is not necessarily correct, but... Downgrading D1 a little bit to help out.
Just thinking, what else should I do? I guess past returns again is fine. All right, there. We're saying... All right, I'm actually moving from E to D, so that actually is good. I don't want to not have presence on the board, so... So we can pass returns again, and they can go into sands again. I think.
Yeah.
That seems good. And we're going to let target spirit resolve a slow power now. So if there's something that you want to use fast, I will let you do it.
Okay, so if I have slow fast, then...
I think Spirit Island takes way longer when Fractured Days is in the game. It's my experience.
Oh yeah, if they're double building D, then in fact, D1 is building a city first and then a town. Would it make sense to Crops Wither fast? It could also favors Call Do to get the Han into D1 just to convert that town, but that seems silly.
I mean, it sets it up for the Ravage. If we can get a defend on there. Next turn.
Good luck with that.
All of my defends. I only played Fractured Days once in 6 players, so you never could afford it. Yeah.
Alright.
That would be 6 time and 6 energy.
Yikes. Is there any... There's no future information here. Okay.
There is a Blight card flip, so...
Okay, yeah, so we should do that first then?
Probably. As long as we don't lose energy, there's a Blight card that makes us lose energy, right? And I need the energy now.
Yeah, and also there are Blake cards that say on each board blah blah blah. So pouring time sideways will mess with that too.
It only works during the invader phase.
Oh, true. You're right. Okay.
But also, there's blade cards that like destroy presence and stuff. So maybe I should do these things first. I think.
Okay. Yeah, do it just to be safe.
I'm spending all my time this turn. Also, so board E, one fewer time. Board D, one more time. Oh wait, you have to pay for Pyroclastic Flow. It's just once, right? Yeah. Okay. So luckily we have exactly enough energy for this. Blighted Island is part of the invader phase, but not immediately effects that happen during this phase. So, all right, we're gonna take Sands and put it on top. Whoop! I think that little animation.
Blighted Island is part of the invader phase, but there are Blight cards that say immediately on each board blah blah blah.
Yeah, and we can slip the flow of time now if you want, or I think that could wait until after. I think it's fine. That can wait until after and see what happens. Maybe we get like remove towns or whatever, and so we don't care. So
yeah, that could be information. All right, flowing.
Blow away.
Oh yeah, I do have to pay an energy. You're right. It is a fire card. I forgot about that. All right, Island Blighted.
Yeah.
Immediately
see?
on each board.
Yeah. If that happened, we wouldn't be able to pour time sideways. That would be. I mean, not necessarily. We could decide
No,
your
we
presence
could just
or
do
whatever.
my presence. Yeah.
But still, terrifying. Also, I vote for your presence to be destroyed instead of mine because I'm never adding presence to the board.
I don't know which. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, click me. Destroyed one of my secret site presences.
We can remove a town from one of the wetlands, I guess. Maybe E8? I don't know. They're also...
If you do E4, it will just come back, but they won't build a city. If you do E8, it's...
Well, they're not
one
building,
less
so we can
time.
choose that to be the Slave
true,
Rebellion
true,
one, so...
True.
Thank you for your sacrifice. And yeah, we can remove the one in D1. I think, or would you rather Slave Rebellion? Does it matter? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I was gonna Slave Rebellion it. But again, does it actually matter? That's why I put up favors called due in any case. But yeah, I'll just do D4. Well, no, because if I do D4, they're gonna put more explorers in there. I'll do D7. I'll do D7. And then the Cascade. This is nothing going on there.
Yeah, Sands is coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a hypothetical anymore. It is.
So, do you want to resolve favors called due now?
Yeah.
Okay. I could also Visions of a Shifting Future, but that seems terrible. So, both of the decks we know the top card already.
True, yeah. You could accidentally shuffle the Slave Rebellion away.
Or the stage 1 card. Yeah. Just make sure to bring enough.
How many do I want in here? They're gonna build a town, replace the explore with the town,
Well,
and then put a city. So 3, 5, 7, 8 damage is needed.
Bring 3 so that we get the fear at least.
Oh, do you need outnumber?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair.
You could bring
Yeah,
all
I
of
don't-
them. They could come out of the sands, bring them back later.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, also, by the way, Slave Rebellion is happening twice on my board.
Oh yeah. That's right,
which
isn't it?
It's okay because there are
Yeah.
two
I didn't
ones.
think about that at all.
Except we're choosing the board still?
Yeah,
No.
there's some quirks about that a little bit still, but free to Han. Oh, and a fear card. We're still in tier level 1. We're not very scary. That's a weakness of Fractured Days. Not much fear generation.
It's not good that Shadows is not generating that much fear, I guess.
Perform a Ravage Step. For one terrain not shown. OMG.
Well, it's only on my board.
And it's
And it's
twice.
either jungle or sands, and it's twice. Yikes.
Yee. So...
Well, sands is probably the safest, despite the fact that it's coming up immediately.
yeah. Well, I mean, Sands clears out D4. It does cause a cascade, but Jungles is 2 cascades. So...
Yeah.
And we could just destroy all our presence, but that seems like a bad idea.
Yes. I'd be down to 1 presence.
Oh wait, we're being asked about board E? Skip? If you press skip... Oh, yeah. What? Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, yeah.
So we want to click Sands.
I guess it doesn't actually affect board E, even if it does go, but yeah, it's doing it twice. Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to report this as, like, multiplayer interaction was weird.
Sure.
What's the power again? Ah. 4 times sideways. Some of these things are, like, really tricky, so... And multiplayer works a little differently than single player, so... We will get there. At least it worked correctly as long... I mean, we could have destroyed presence we shouldn't have been able to destroy, I think. If you wanted to, for some reason, like with Volcano, I guess, but... So that's something to think about, but... There's definitely more... I'm sure there's generally more multiplayer issues than single-player issues, because it's a lot harder to test multiplayer. Takes a lot more time. Add Beast. Oh, we can't. Defend per Dahan. Add Strife. Twice. Yeah, so again, it asks you to...
each board.
Hmm?
This one's not each board, it's each player, so we can still do it on board.
Oh, each add in a land. Right. So yeah, this is working fine. I mean, I think the sand... I guess we could put on the town E4 here. They're still building a city in there, right? Oh, no, they're not building. They're not building.
Yeah.
So if we stripe a couple things in that land, it's not going to do anything in the Ravage. Or we could say we're going to use our -3 damage next turn.
It's not a bad turn to use it.
So maybe we strafe this guy.
So if we're doing -3 next turn, they're building a town, replacing an explorer with a town, and building a city, and that's going to be... If all of that's strife, that's still 5 damage, so... That's going to be 6. -3. I'll just do this city.
Yeah.
For no real good
fine.
reason.
Oh my gosh, they explode the sands. Twice. And I can look at the top card of a deck. There's only 2 blight on the card? Holy crap. What happened?
Sorry. I cascaded.
Do we need to do some blight removal? I have unrelenting growth, but I don't think actually, I might have this. With no time, I might have the elements for that, but not this turn.
Yeah, I think I added 5 blight. No, I added 5 blight this turn. Yeah, 2 with pyroclastic flow and 3 with the double sands ravage.
Random Bandit says asynchronous multiplayer would work so well with this game. That is a very, I'm gonna say, false statement. It would work very poorly with this game.
It would work fine when it comes to like individual spirit phases, sure.
Sure.
But think about all the choices involved with like event cards.
Yeah, and like using powers, like there's tons of collaboration and stuff like that. You could make it work, but it's not an easy thing or a thing that maps to this game very well at all. For a game like Sentinels or something, like definitely, like that's a thing we did consider would be better, but not for this game.
So like imagine the event card we got this turn. So we reveal we have to perform a ravage step for one terrain not shown under any invader action. You'd still have to coordinate with your player about how to determine the land type. Sure, whatever. But then like, the way this game is set up, you have to make a vote as to which boards to ravage on first, and then a vote on whose presences to destroy. And then when a ravage does occur, you have to vote on who does like the damage. I guess the vote is more the player who owns the board, but still.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's like decisions on each board for adding beast to a land without blight. So it's like, I don't know, 4, 5, or 6 different times that you have to wait for the other player to make a decision before you make progress. So like imagine that you only touch this game once per day. Asynchronously, it takes 1 week to resolve one event card. Yeah.
Well, and because the game is simultaneous, you can't play asynchronously, right? Because you need to coordinate with each other and do things in orders. You don't have a turn, then the other player's a turn, and so on. So,
yeah.
Do we want to look at the invader deck or the event deck? The invader decks are stage 2s, and I don't know that it super matters, so maybe the event deck here. Whoop. We have Mapmaker's Chart the Wild, which is definitely going to be the first one. Yeah, no matter what, unless I do other things. But ignore wilds, and they add +1 explorers, which is the best thing with France.
Yep.
We get 1 damage per beasts. We barely have any beasts, and we add Dahan to lands. So, whatever, I guess.
They just get to place extra explorers. What?
Yeah, it might happen. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we have 3 cascades and 9 towns being built currently. Holy D4, what the crap is...
Gentlemen, it has been an honor.
Are you going to get back your pyroclastic flow?
I mean, I could. But how are you going to stop the wetlands ravage? Let's see. So they're adding what? 9 towns. Okay, so we lose the towns. They're also, what, the 3 cascades. Yeah, so we lose to Blight. Okay, so how would you rather lose? To Blight or to towns?
Let me think.
Can you reclaim Port Time Sideways and then we make board E go off twice? That would still be bad, but...
I can do that. Yeah, actually, the double board E is fine with the -3 damage, right? It's relatively fine. Because I can also Absolute Stasis E8 and they don't ravage at all, so... I think that's what has to
That
happen, right?
said, you don't have enough time to do that though, because in reclaim you only get 2 time, and you need 3 to pour time sideways plus however many to.
Stop making
Like,
sense. Uh, if I can get 3 time and play the right cards, I can slip the flow of time, and reclaim 4 times sideways and play it. Is that possible? I don't think so because I just don't have time. I can get a sun, and I can
so
get 3 times, so I can get to 2 card plays and 1 energy.
to quote Homer Simpson here, why do I have 3 kids in no time when I could have no kids in 3 time?
If I have a sun and 2 card plays, I need to play Absolute Stasis. I need to play Blur. That has the ideal elements. And Absolute Stasis. I'm short a moon, but that's okay because I can reclaim 4 times sideways and play it. That's what I need to do. But... oh yeah, I'm short energy. Do you have anything that can give me energy?
No.
If you gain a power, you could give me energy, maybe. So that's the thing. So if I do my 3rd growth and I... what's the card from Neverwhere? Did any of those matter? I don't... well... Unleash a Torrent? Actually... doesn't have air, and I need air on both of my card plays. So if I play Blur and Absolute Stasis... okay, actually, let's not play Absolute Stasis. I don't actually need... I don't need that effect. I don't have the time for it anyway. So Blur and... what are my free cards? Costs 1 energy. And I can reclaim 4 times sideways and play it and use it. Because I will still have 3 time. Okay, so I can do it. But I can't deal with E8. So that's... just 1 cascade makes us lose, right?
Yep. I can't reclaim and use Pyroclastic Flow. I do have the energy to play it, but I don't have the energy to deal damage or destroy invaders if I play it. So
well, and it would make us lose if you use that on wetland.
yep,
So,
that too. All right, so I'm gonna not reclaim then. So I'm just gonna gain power card
if
middle
you
option.
gain something that either can remove a blight or stop the cascade. I have the thing that stops cascade. Do I? No, I think I don't have that one.
I'm gonna gain a minor, even though a major might make more sense, but I don't know. It's not like my powers are gonna do much this turn. Like the slow powers won't work if we lose. So
yeah.
And like my innate doesn't really do much other than give me 2 fear. It does it does eliminate 2 towns out of D4. But then like the majors that cost 3 or less that I can actually use. Like if it's a fire card, it has to be 2 energy for me to actually be able to deal damage with it. And there are a lot of 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s on here.
With Blur, I can remove a blight.
All right, I'm gaining a minor.
Get a minor. Let's see.
My only fast power is Treacherous Waterways to add a wild.
Come on.
If it can make me do a slow power fast, we could.
I definitely can, but that means I can't do 4 times sideways. So what else did you get?
For Blight. Wild disease damage to each invader or add a disease to mountains, wetlands. Yes, infested aquifers, purifying flame, renewing boon, or treacherous waterways. none of which provide for extra plays. There is blight removal, but it's slow.
I mean, if we can stop a cascade,
So,
we can like remove blight
so the
from
blight removal is in
E8.
Mountain Sands
Ugh.
or in a land where we both have presence.
Hmm. Do you get to add presence?
I do have a presence.
Yeah, I think that's fine, right? We can make a land where we both have presence.
Okay. So then it has to be renewing boon.
Hmm. Oh yeah, and that actually lets me. I was like, oh, but then I won't get to have a sacred site, but then that will let me have a sacred site, so that's good for E8. Oh, but E8 we won't have to stasis. The water won't. Yeah, I can stasis D1 then. Love to be able to defend that. That would be awesome.
I mean, I can concealing shadows, but number one is a cascade, and number two is a double cascade. Not that the double cascade matters, but it is. Fun fact.
Oh, but we're not going to pour time sideways, I don't think. Oh, do you mean just be... Yeah, right.
Yeah, all the lands, all the neighboring lands are blighted. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah. I think I have to do the moon group. Actually. So that I can do this. I don't have enough moon otherwise, right? Is there days in where that has... There's moon there, but... I don't really need time this turn. I want to have lots of card plays. But not that many card plays. I need a bit of energy. I would add a presence. 3 card plays. Gets me all of that, and I'm not gonna be able to pour time sideways, but maybe we can do something here. I have to gain a power card though, so it's risky. Can't go back after that. Oh, call to isolation, huh? Solves that. I mean, for some definition of solved. Let's see what Dolphin thinks about that when he returns. So, yeah, the order of spirits and things being developed isn't necessarily the easiest things first, Random Bandit. So, Vector Days was not an easy thing, certainly. If we push all these guys out, then the -3 solves it. So I think we want to consider that when Dolphin returns.
Logic returns.
Logic returns. Did you know that I have call to isolation? And I can push everything out of here except the city? So, that means maybe we don't need Renewing Boon if you have a better choice, because we can solve this with that one card. And I can solve E8 by absolute stasis. Obviously with our scenario shenanigan thing. Or like if you can defend 2 in that land, like that also is cool. So like
Yeah, I have no defend.
right. I can grab a defend 3, but like yeah. I think we have to use our thingy from the scenario, but it means we can focus our efforts on like making D4 not like making D4 and D whatever not build a million towns if possible.
I can get rid of 2 of the explorers with my innate.
I can probably call to isolation twice on that, actually. If I can get enough cards. Oh, right, you can get 2 explorers. So yeah, I mean, in the other one at least, so.
Alright, I'm going to click on the moon card because I don't think... The other one was damage per blight, but it's a fire card. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting to 3 card plays. I don't know. I guess I'll just put the secret site back up.
So if I do this, and I move this up here, and I get... Actually, I mean, Hunts and Embers is pretty scary, isn't it? Is there a flow like water that works?
I mean, I can undo my growth. I could flow like I can be a flow like water target, but
yeah, I'm just thinking of other things I've got.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of energy to... I mean, I can get some energy, but I don't necessarily want to pick things that say add blight. I'm gonna click that for now. Oh, I hate forgetting my cards.
Every time you do something, I'm unable to do anything.
Yeah, Days is a bit weird that way.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
If I play those 2, then I could play another card that has Moon on it, which lets me reclaim and play. So yeah, I could play Call to Isolation twice, I'm pretty sure. So I can clear out D4. And you can reduce the other one. And I think it's less horrible.
You're not playing full lake water, right?
If I reclaim, I lose the elements. But I'm going to be playing Blur, the Arc of Years, which replaces the elements of Call to Isolation, Gray Sea Pause. So, what was that?
You're not playing full lake water after all.
No. I mean, I
Okay.
might be able to later, but go wherever you want, I think.
You're clearing out D4, you said?
Yeah, D4 and D1. Clear enough, anyway.
All right, I'll put myself in D7 so I can mantle a dread there.
Random Bandit, we decided the order with Eric, the designer of the game. The order isn't fixed, though, but that's the order we came up with at first, at least, so. You're just going full slow, huh?
I mean, I could... Concealing Shadows is my only power that's fast. Oh,
No, that's fine.
Swallows.
That's fine.
But, like, there's no place for Concealing Shadows, right? Because,
I mean...
like, any Ravage is a blade.
Yeah.
I mean...
it's still it's a moon. But I guess if you want to play Corpse Wither, that's fine, too.
I don't know if I'm reclaiming next turn or not, because I might just need to. So, okay.
All right, so I'm going to use... I have 2 time. I need 1 for Stasis and 1 to use this again. So I have to use this on myself first to get the elements I need by Blur the Arc of Years. And I'm going to use this. Push 5. Where do you want them to go? Into the mountain or into the jungle? What do you like?
Oh, sorry. Which one?
Where am I pushing from D1?
D1.
I guess you can do 1 damage to each invader if I push them into D2.
Yeah. D2's fine.
And, okay. I now want to... I have Blur the Arc of Years. I wasn't really sure where I was going to do that. I could just remove a Blight with it. I'm just wondering if... Is there any place that I can get... Blight? You can't get... If there's 1 Dahan... But I don't have enough time to repeat that, right? So I'm just going to use it to remove a Blight, I think. Because everywhere else has, like, enough defend or whatever, so I don't have to use it right now. Let's reclaim, Call to Isolation, and play Call to Isolation, and use Call to Isolation. Hacks. And let's put all these guys in D2 if you want to kill them in the slow phase.
I clicked on use on the -3 damage just to make sure we didn't forget to do that.
Oh. Done.
But now every single time you do an action, it keeps going boop, 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 boop.
All right. Absolute Stasis means... And there's a visual effect on that land now. That's probably hasn't been seen in the build yet.
I mean, we saw it earlier in this stream, but yeah.
Did we Stasis a land earlier?
E2, I think. Or E5. I don't remember.
Oh,
which.
right. That's true. But it's got a cool visual.
All right.
Now.
Darkness Swallows is destroying 2 explorers, but also gathering 1. So, I mean...
Yeah, I have Blur, but I don't see
D7, right?
anywhere we want to use it.
I still have Blur.
Yeah. I think I just want to remove a Blight somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I don't know. I think one of the mountains seems like the only place that works, so... Oh, you're using a power, so I have to wait. Actually, can you gather out of E4 because they might get +1 damage? And we can make.
I
Hopefully,
forget. Do we know what this event card is? Or
we know 50% of what it is.
okay.
So 50% chance it's the +1 explorer on +1.
Oh yeah, map makers.
Yeah, map makers or whatever. So, all right,
Okay.
I'm just gonna remove the one where we are, I guess. Oh no, that's the one where. Oh, you didn't pick that card, right? So, oh whatever.
Nope.
The one over there.
All right, here we go. It was
It's a
not the
different
card.
card.
On each board with 9 or more buildings or 3 or fewer buildings, blah 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 blah. How many
There is
buildings?
a board with
1,
3
2,
or fewer.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because this is now 3. Okay.
Yeah, E8
Build actions
doesn't
cost
exist.
1 extra in the highest numbered matching a land. So E6 is building twice. Oh no!
We have not
2
added a
fewer
beast
per
the
board,
entire
2
game.
more beasts. And Invaders Ravage, the land has both Dahan and Presence, defend 5.
All right, our Ravage
Okay.
plan worked, and our build plan worked, except they're building an extra town from the event. That could have been a lot more towns. So next turn, they are adding an extra explorer. And whatever else that event does. Mapmaker's chart the wild. It says... Oh, if it gets to stage 3, it was +1 damage. 1 damage per beast, add Dahan. Yeah, so not a huge deal.
All right, so we're only doing 10 towns and 2 cascades with 3 ravages, 3 blight lands. Yeah. Okay, so we're still screwed. Got it.
Still screwed, but we're still alive. We're gonna get to terror level 2. Hopefully. Yeah, you're definitely getting fear right now, so. Yeah, I mean, that jungle has disease, so you could get away with not hitting it with aquifers, but I don't know if that's the best. You could put disease in E2 or somewhere else. Do you want to know what the next invader deck card is? We can decide. We can shuffle 2 and 3, right? So let's have a look.
Yeah, we'll know exactly what the invader card. Well, exactly where it goes, I guess.
It's Mountain 2.
Mountains.
So it's not Mountain 2. It's a Stage 3.
Okay, stage 3. Okay. Cool.
So the next turn is Stage 2 Mountain. Which means there's no escalation next turn.
Good, good, good. Yeah, so if I'm doing damage to each invader, I could downgrade a town and then kill it.
Oh, Stage 3 changes the event. That's true.
Oh, snap.
The event is going to have +1 damage per explorer. Explorer, I think? Or invader. Oh, no, invaders do +1 damage per land.
For some reason, I thought that was terror level and not stage.
But there's only a couple lands that matter for the Ravage, so maybe we can deal with that. Yeah, so E1 isn't safe with taking a guy out, for example. I can Splendor the guy out of E6, but Cascades are more important, of course.
E7 sucks. I'll say that much. I'm just gonna do this. It's not like adding a disease would be super helpful.
I mean, it would blocks 3 towns in E2. And not use up your reach if you wanted to reach somewhere else. Oh no, it's not using up reach because of the...
Yep, I have +1 range.
Yeah.
There, I got rid of a town too.
Cool.
I don't know what all I'm doing here, but something's
That's fine.
going on.
Get stuff out of there. Alright, I did pick flow like water, so I have that.
Okay.
Which can be used to deal with something. So that's just 6 damage. It's not crazy. Can you get the threshold on flow?
Can I get the threshold on flow?
Yeah.
Oh, my flow. Oh, I have a
That.
different flow. You have a flow, I have a flow.
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably can, but...
Oh,
Actually,
but
no,
you
I
don't have
can't
any
afford-
energy.
Yeah.
You can't afford the energy to do it.
I can't even afford the threshold, but even if I play the card by itself, I can't pay
Oh,
the
right.
cost to do damage.
Yeah. So I could reclaim and get stasis back and stasis that land. I don't have range. Actually. But if I pour time sideways, I would. Can I pour time sideways? I can't do both of those things, right? I have 0 time. Out of time. I'm so out of time. I need to get more time.
Yeah, I don't think I'm contributing positively to this round, by the way. I can stop this build. But, like... Eh?
Question mark that.
Because the only other fast thing I can do is make the Han take no damage from Ravage, but... We're more concerned about Blight.
Yeah. We have a fear card. Maybe 2. Are you just playing the 1 card?
No, I'm...
Well, so you'll have your second innate probably, right? So you can stop another
Yeah.
build somewhere.
I mean, the annoying thing is that I gather an Explorer first.
Yeah.
I would like to not gather that Explorer.
Well, you could use it on D3. There's no explorers together.
True. Okay, fair enough. Yay, I stopped that one.
E1 is important. Just want to look at my... If I defend it, then I could defend it with Carapace land for sure. It's not glamorous. I can do this with and still undo, so let's do this and have a look. And let's get... I just need time a lot. I could flow like water, and then there would be 1 town in D7. Is there any, like... Is there anything that flow like water could do to help with D7?
I mean, it moves 2 towns out, right?
Right, but like if you could say have put presence somewhere. Did you reclaim?
No. Yes, yes, I did
Oh,
reclaim.
right.
Sorry.
Like if there's, yeah, the problem is our presence isn't like with Dahan or something like that where we can make use of it. So I think I just like Splendor to get the guy out of E6. And then we just take the Cascade there, but we don't Blight anywhere else. So we're still alive. And we lose to the build. We might not lose to the build. Actually, we're preventing a bunch of towns, so say we see what happens. All right. We are at 6 towns. And none of them are, but 2 of them are not getting built in E1. Oh, the beast was going to kill one of the guys in D3.
Yep.
But that's fine. I mean, it's net the same. Is using it somewhere else, so. I guess using an E2 would stop more, but whatever. Having an empty land is good. So if we survive, add Dahan to a land with Dahan and no thingies.
Pretty much the only token there is beasts.
Hopefully we get a good fear card. Scapegoats. Does that do something? Not
Maybe.
really. Hey, it's actually, yeah, it stops a bunch of towns in E3. Well, a town in E3. Yeah, not that much. Eh. I think we don't die. Because there's no... Yeah. 2 towns left. No escalation. We don't die.
Mountain jungles. What was the stage 2 card you revealed? Was it
Mountain?
Oh.
All right. I have no powers.
Okay. 3 lands ravaging, 1 blighting.
14 towns. 14 towns.
Okay.
Plus 2 escalations, probably. 16 towns. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have 1 blight left and 4 blight being added. Yes, make fear.
How many cities are left on the board? Because we're like 25 fear away. No, oh, yeah, no, it is 25 fear away from tier level 3.
There's only 4 cities, but still. Yeah, we're a ways away.
Unknowingly pushing Explorer Town out of E2 isn't really that great, as like it's either into lands that are ravaging or building.
Yeah. Is there anywhere else that does anything? I guess D5 does a tiny thing.
Does a tiny thing, yeah. All right. Well, the good news is I can actually use Pyroclastic Flow this turn.
Yeah. You can blow up E2. I think I probably have to reclaim here. I don't have to.
Somehow need another air. Well,
I kind of have to.
think I just need to find a card that gives air.
D2 just needs to like defend 2, right? So that's actually a pretty good spot for cheap defend.
This is a card that gives air, and I will assume that the others don't do enough. Oh. I don't have enough energy. Shit. Oh, shit.
You can't Pyroclastic Flow?
I can, but I won't have a second Earth, so I'm not getting the +4 damage.
I mean, if you just use it on E5, that's probably... I guess we need to stop Blight. We need to stop all Blight. That's... Seems impossible. I have Poor Time Sideways option.
I have defend 2 here, actually. Maybe I should have read the cards.
Is the Poor Time Sideways a good option here to maybe do board E 0 times and board D 2 times based on the boards? We do board D 2 times. We can probably... Yeah. Oh, you got Rolling Bog. Nice.
Yeah, that takes care of D2.
And if you flow into D8, they wouldn't build anything. And we survive until next turn. And then we see what next turn does.
I can also flow into E5, which stops...
Right, but
towns?
I'm talking about
I see
Poor Time Sideways. Poor Time Sideways. So board E does 0 things.
Got it.
And board D does twice. Because board D is pretty clear, right? And I have cards that can probably help us even do more. So yeah, with like Darkness Swallows, we can stop D5 from doing anything. I think that's going to be the way. Can I afford to play 3 cards this turn? I think
I could
so.
also
lots of free ones.
I could gather the Explorer out of D5 myself. I mean, my innate is just gather 1, so...
Right. Yeah, so that's great. You could gather it into, like, D1. Death by Dahan. Let me click on a card. Okay. So, also, I probably can, like, do shenanigans here with my innate. I can play 3, which means I can play a bunch of 0-cost Sunshine cards. I think I clicked on Poor Time Sideways enough times that it's trying to play it like a bunch of times in a row.
Oh, because I see. You clicked it 5 times and it wasn't responding. Not every time you put it back, it just registers the next click.
Yeah. I don't really need Resolve a Slow Power now, neither do you. But I also don't need Past Returns again. But do we want Past Returns again? We could put a Stage 1 card.
True.
Versus getting a Blight back, though. We kind of need a Blight back a little bit. I can still also play Past Returns, but I don't think I have enough time to use it probably anyways, so...
Wait.
All right. These are my initial plays.
If you put the Stage 1 Mountain card on top... Wait. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Crap, D7 exists. Okay, never mind. I was like, what if they don't explore any mountains? But no.
Oh, right. I mean, it would be a pretty basic one. We could choose Wetlands, actually. Just keep stasising E8. I don't know. I can still do that if we want. So.
Can we put Ocean in this game so that we can isolate the ocean?
It would be great to have Ocean in the game at this point to push everything in there. Sulking says it's not looking so good. Click finish playing cards. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Is there a good target? So, I am going to end up playing Poor Time Sideways, but I do have 2 time to play with. Up to 2 time to play with. So if there's a good spot for Blur, we could do some things. I don't know that there is. Is there even a spot where you can... Yeah. If you flow, we could remove Blight. Actually, I can remove 2 Blight in D3, right? By spending a time. That seems good. I'm going to just do that. Even though it's not a danger spot, it's like 2 Blight back on the card seems very helpful right now.
Yeah.
I have Call to Isolation and Enticing Splendor. Oh, you know what? That's perfect. Okay, that +1 range is so good for this stuff. So all these are 0, and now I can send these guys away. Just go into the horror zone. I'm sure it's fine. Someone's gonna get damage per Blight card, right?
I saw one, but I didn't take it.
Yeah, well, there's more. Focus the Land's Anguish would be good there, right? So, okay, so I'm going to slip into Poor Time Sideways. I don't think, can I get a card back from hand? No. I need all my sons. So I don't reclaim. And I play Sideways. Or I could play... If I play Past Returns... The question is like, am I gonna... I'm gonna only have 1 time left, so Past Returns I can't use. I could use Absolute Stasis, but it doesn't matter. And the other cards are too expensive. So I think I just don't repeat that power, unless we want the reclaim. I don't think we need that. I could use Visions fast and put it on the bottom, but that doesn't seem that important. I think I want to save the time for next turn. So Poor Time Sideways from E to D. And let's keep it in this jungle, because I have Defend for that. I think I'm done of my shenanigans.
All right. Now my turn. This.
You have a turn.
And then this. And
All right.
then this.
So they're going to double. I guess there's a risk that they could cascade D2, but it could only happen once, right? If they get +1, if they get plus damage. So
yeah. It says another spirit is choosing powers to use.
Yeah, I have Slip the Flow of Time again.
Oh, okay.
I can use it again if I want.
Got it.
But I think I'm not going to. I think we'll take the risk. Is it Slave Rebellion turn? Maybe.
I don't
If so,
think it is.
that would be cool. But I don't think so.
No, it's one more turn. The stage 3 card's going to throw you off because normally this would be about what it is, but we swap things around. After advancing invader cards, build step for terrain not shown, beasts deal damage, Dahan to mountains or sands.
This is pretty similar to what we had before. And also, nothing's going to happen because of 4 times sideways. Skip build actions.
Skip all build actions in lands where Dahan outnumber buildings. Okay.
All right, there's just that
might
one
be
sand.
really helpful since, yeah.
Math is hard and fracture makes it harder. Yeah, definitely.
Oh no.
Hmm. They finally got around to that one.
And an escalation. Oh yeah, it's gonna go on my board twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Or not.
Uh, on each board, pick a land of the chosen terrain. So
Wait,
that
isn't the escalation supposed to happen twice on my board?
I think it should, right? Because it said
I only went off once.
invader and each board. I don't know if that applies to adversaries. I think it should, though.
After exploring on each board. But
It's
like,
possible it's a bug with France. So I think Sweden had a bug with that as well. So
resolve invader in each board land actions one more time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna report it.
yeah, you can report it then, sure. France should have escalated twice on board D. I mean, did they escalate on board E? They didn't, right? Or
Yeah.
so, but yeah, it should have been twice on board D. But it did go 0 times on board E because they didn't explore there. But maybe, yeah. So yeah, I don't know, something wrong there for sure. And now we're voting for them to build. Yeah, wetlands, right? There's no. Is this the event that can make them build there? Yeah. So they can't build in wetlands. So wetlands is safe. Holy crap, the mountains suddenly filled up. Actually, saving that one time means we can pour time sideways next turn.
Okay. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so wetlands. Yeah.
So next turn they're building 14 towns. We could pour time sideways again. The exact same thing. I think might be wise next turn. I have the only power, right? Visions.
Yep.
And we can put to the bottom, which doesn't really do anything on the explored invader deck. And it should be slave rebellion, right? So we don't want to do that on the invader deck. So
Yeah,
I guess we just look at it's the event decks, right? Let's just look at the invader deck and we can decide to have some information. Jungle wetlands. Honestly, that's like fine. Maybe. Return and shuffle. Seems okay. So yeah, this feels like a poor time sideways again situation. As long as we can, if we can kill, like get to Han or kill the guys in the, yeah, like your product class flow kills one of the mountains automatically,
so it's
right?
Same. Yeah.
And I can stasis. I can stasis the other one. Oh no, I can't. I won't have enough time, so I can't do that. Oh, unless I can
fire to sky.
I might be able to reclaim
four
4 times sideways if I have enough sun.
Wait, does this finally give me? I don't think it does. Crap. So I need 3 air.
I don't think I can play enough cards.
This doesn't give me another earth.
I'm short air, I think. So I guess the problem is, can we deal with both of those mountains?
I do have defend 2. I only have. I can gather. Okay, I can gather one of the explorers out, and I can defend 2 in D8, and then that is just 1 damage. So.
Okay. So if I 4 times sideways, they're okay. I have to do it with a reclaim. I don't have enough sun to pick it back up and play it. And I need all my time just to do this. There's like a big lag happens there for a second after I reclaim. So I have one more power I can play. So I could do something like Blur the Arc of Years to get to Han in somewhere, and that like stops them building more stuff in D8, right? Otherwise they're gonna build a bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be the best. I could get 2 to Han in there with Blur the Arc of Years versus 1 who would be not participating in the Ravage, right? So let's get 2. And I can make you use a slow power fast for no reason. But you need your energy, right? So you can't play anything else besides Gift of Power.
Yeah. Wait, if you have me... Wait. Oh, you can't do it. If I were to play Concealing Shadows, I would have the threat... No, I wouldn't. Never mind. I don't know how to math.
Okay. Alright, this is my last 4 times sideways because I don't have presence on the other board and not enough time, so that's a thing.
I've never seen that UI before.
What's that?
The isolate UI for deciding whether lanes should be adjacent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could. That can pop up sometimes.
Random Bandit asks, what was the most annoying, tedious, or frustrating thing to translate from the board game into digital form, or was it fairly straightforward?
I don't know if there's one thing that's the most. There's a lot of complicated things for sure. Yeah, I mean, multiplayer stuff is definitely tricky, right? Like, trying to let you do stuff at the same time as other people as much as possible and still have things work sanely is very difficult. And something that we try to improve on an ongoing basis. So that's probably the main thing. Like, there's so many things on the tabletop you can just be like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like, and like, you don't worry about it. But in digital, it has to work exactly right and not get mixed up, right? So it's complicated. Yeah, Trickster's going to be tricky. Trickster's basically guys, so that's fun. All right, put 2 to Han in here, which means they both the explorers, or all the explorers die, right? So that should work, pending the event, which is actually an event that we know. Maybe? It is. Oh, so we're wasting the Slave Rebellion totally, right? By doing this? Are we okay with that?
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not happening on board E at all. But I mean, I don't know if we can get it. We can.
Even if it was going on board E, it would only like.
Yeah, just this land, really. So. Yeah, such as it is. Do you want to use Gift of Power now?
I mean, there's not really any reason to, right?
Or we could delay the slave rebellion to next turn.
Oh,
50% chance of that. Honestly, that's
50% is better than 100% of nothing, right?
yeah, especially when it's doing nothing at all, right? So I mean, it's not doing nothing. We do add a bunch of strife into sands here, but like, let's do that.
Oh my
All right.
god, it's slave rebellion.
OMG.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Oh, lands without presence. Uh, we're
Okay,
cascading in
so
that land now.
yeah, D8. Great. Fantastic. But the
All
Dahan
right.
survives, so it doesn't really matter.
Fear card. Let's go.
Wait, do we have... We do have a neighboring land. Okay. Disease.
I think we lose, right? Because it's gonna cascade twice.
No, because the Dahan will kill everything in there.
Oh, right. Or we're
Or one
moving
explorer from an inland land.
Boop.
Okay, no blight at all. Sweet.
And I don't know.
There's no disease anywhere. What's disease?
Hmm.
You keep talking about this token as if it exists in this game.
I think with the jungles are the next possible thing coming up. So if you want to remove an explorer from jungle, I don't know, but yeah, there's no diseases there. That sucks.
What was the one you revealed last turn?
Jungle wetlands, wasn't it?
Wetland. Okay.
I think we can go back and look.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah.
It was jungle wetland.
Yeah. Look at that. A feature. Hey,
And it
that's
is
what
jungle
came up.
wetland.
And that's the downside of Port Side of France is it means next turn they're going to 1,000,000 towns.
I mean, we've survived like 4 straight turns of, oh my god, they're building 15 towns. So
Hey, we're 2 fear cards away, and there's 3 cities. We are closer than we thought, for sure. So,
all right. So who wants the minor power?
Probably you. If you can get some good elements for 0.
Oh, good. These all cost 1 energy. Great.
Well, things that don't gain fire and deal damage or destroy, maybe, unless you can afford it. What do you got?
I got Inflame the Fires of Life. I have Devouring Ants. I have Encompassing Ward. I have Blood Draws Predators.
We could add beasts. That costs you extra energy, though. Yeah, so the Ravage next turn is actually just 2 Blight, so it's not a big deal, actually.
Yeah, the 19 towns that they're adding when you only have 3 on the card.
19 towns. Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, if we can defend...
Okay, so Veil stops that. Yay. Sweet. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, Veil's great.
I could take Pyroclastic Flow again, except Jungle and Wetlands are the 2 lands that this adds Blight in.
I mean, yeah. That would be okay if we can stop one of those Blights. I can Stasis a land. I can Call to Isolation, which might like be able to clear out one of the ones like D1.
Oh yeah, also this is Slave Rebellion, by the way.
Oh yeah. Kill the cities.
The one that we keep forgetting about.
Okay, so we can actually get the cities, as Great Pause points out, right? So on each board, destroy 1, and we could actually, yeah, destroy. We could have gotten this earlier. Can you get it earlier somehow? Yeah, with the Vector Days. Shenanigans, maybe? I'm not sure how you would, but destroy one town, add one strife to any two, 1 damage per strife. Problem is that, and then they do take more damage up at Dahan. So the problem is we're not near enough to the next terror level.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to take a major power here. I don't think I'm using Pyroclastic Flow this turn, so I'm just going to take a major off this. Winds of Rust. Grant Hatred.
That's true. 3 cities and 2 towns is 8 fear. Can we find 8 more fear? Mr. Fear. Let's see. Remove all damaged invaders in a land. That could be really good on that sand. Do you still have 1 damage to everything stuff? Just the aquifers, right? But you have to have disease. Firevine destroys all explorers. Extra cost for... That's not easy for me to use. Onsen Embers is 4 fear. If I cascade and make us lose. It's 2, just for, like, normal use. Torrent.
These majors aren't super exciting. I have Infestation of Venomous Spiders to skip actions with beasts. And I might be hitting the threshold to deal 4 damage when invaders skip an action, but the skipped actions are either mountains, jungles, or wetlands, which, you know, the cities are all in the sands. And the 1 jungles, I guess.
Yeah, jungle and wetlands too.
Oh yeah, E8 too, you're right.
I would like to get Dahan. If we can get Dahan into the lands with cities, if we can get Dahan into the lands with cities, we can destroy the cities with Slave Rebellion. So I think more importantly than Veil the Night's Hunt stopping the builds is using it to move Dahan into D7, right?
Sure.
And I can get you to use favors fast.
Yeah.
And so I can push push some Dahan, but I can't easily get them into E8. So that might be something you can help with.
I don't think I've been using my aspect too much this game. Partly because of the +1 range I have, but
yeah, the +1 range helps a lot.
I'm just gonna park myself in E8 for fun. Yeah, I use my my any range, so I did that. I mean, I can go back if I need it for something else. So I gotta do Dahan here. I also have push 3 Dahan here. Oops.
I guess Hunts and Numbers wouldn't make us lose right away. And it's 4 fear.
Doing it in D2, but...
Do I have enough card plays, though? We only get to play 2 cards. Pending other things.
There's frickin' 19 towns being built.
Yeah, I can't do a lot with that because I can't get enough sun. Oh, I could get enough sun if I play sun right now, can't I? Hang on. Range 2. I can't reach any of these with my thing. What if I play this? Oh, then but then I can. Yeah, I need to be able to play. It's got to be this or that. Okay, so I'm looking at. I have Enticing Splendor to get put to Han in E3 for the Slave Rebellion. You're putting Dahan in E8?
Yeah.
And D7?
Well, either I use Veil to stop all the builds in D2, or I use it for Slave Rebellion.
I think we have to win before they build.
Okay.
So I'm going to be
I have
playing...
another card play too, but I don't know what it would be. Oh, I have this pits.
I'm going to be playing Hansen Embers for 4 fear.
Okay.
And if there's a good place I can cascade it, I think there should be. And then... Yeah. The problem is I don't think I have enough time to let you use a slow power. So...
It's either I get the threshold for generating 2 fear from explorers, or I just get 1 fear off the Han taking no damage card, or 1 fear and defend 6 off of Winds of Rust. But if we're losing on the build, neither of those matter.
I could let you play another card, probably.
Okay.
And reclaim a card if, like, you could get Rolling Bogs, so you have a free option as well.
So if you give me another play, I can hit the upper threshold on Darkness Swallows, which gives me 3 damage and 1 fear for each invader destroyed by the damage.
Yeah, and that's really good in a land full of explorers, right?
Yeah.
I think we can still undo as much as we want, so let's try it out.
Okay.
So I have to slip myself first and play Hansen Embers. Yeah, I only get to use this one more time, so I can't do it again, but I need to use it on you now, so... the next time costs 2 time and I only have 1. So you get to reclaim a card, which if you wanted to use one of the powers you have now twice, you could do that by using it first and then reclaiming it and playing again. Or you could... I think it's better to get your Super Innate, though, right? Like, that's a lot of fear.
Yes. And I could also reclaim Roiling Bog and use it, which does give me another fear. Cool. Okay. So now, actually, if I do this... Alright, that's 5 fear.
Is that the maximum?
Yeah. And I needed to get to Han into D7. Actually, no, let me not use that land, I guess. This land's better.
And I guess you're not able to get them into E8. But I can get 1 into E8, which is enough, right?
Oh, because you can't give me a slow power fast?
Yeah. Because I can't use... I don't have enough time. But, but, Slave Rebellion says... you just have to strafe the city once. Every invader... Yeah, you can put 2 strafe on that city.
Oh, okay. But then it still doesn't
we don't get
to Han.
Then we don't get to strafe E3. We
Yeah.
have to stripe both of them. Yeah. Wait a second. Okay. I have a solution. I can push... I think so. If you put your presence in E8 this turn, right?
Yeah.
If you had put it in E7, I could flow like water. Finally, we can play that card and send you and the Dahan into E8.
Okay.
So instead
We
of
should
Haunts and
use
Embers,
the
let's use the thing.
we
We can
should use
go.
the log. Yeah.
We can go back and undo to before the fast power phase. We did it. We used the feature.
And then I undo my presence.
Yeah, it's just your presence. I think everything else is fine.
And I +1 range. Oh, it's just powers. Okay. But I don't need to. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I guess you could have pushed some differently. That's fine too. But yeah, I think we're good. Gracie Paz was saying something about pushing differently. Yes, now, especially in multiplayer, you don't have to like undo in sequence to get all the way back to the start of the phase. So, okay, so let's do this slip thing. So I'm gonna play Blow Like Water. You won't get to reclaim that card anymore, but I don't think it was super necessary, right?
It just got 4 fear actually.
Oh, right. Are you able to play a different card to get to the super threshold? Like instead of Favors Call Do, can you play that, or is it still not enough?
I need 4 plays to get it because my
Oh, right.
extra element is fire.
Enticing Splendors, Blight Restriction, everything is blighting. Yeah, so if I use this on you, you go from E7 to E8. We can check and see how much fear we're going to have and if it's going to be enough here when we get to the end of it before we continue. You may as well send in the towns. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I still have a single... I have Call to Isolation as well. Which I think I did have to play. Yeah, I did have to play that to get the elements. And I guess if we don't have the reclaim, then... Oh, but you could... Oh, you can still play it. You don't have to reclaim that card. You can play one of your 1-cost cards, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Okay, fair. Yeah, so without that, it's just 1 less fear, but it's fine.
Yeah.
That's better than 4 less fear.
Okay,
Right,
so we
all my
have
power.
everything set up for Slave Rebellion. We need 11 fear. So... Slave Rebellion is going to do... Destroy 1 town on each board, so that's 2 fear. Add Strife to any 2. So Strife, Strife. That's 4 fear for the cities up here. So that's 6 fear. Another 2 fear for this city. Another 2 for a town. Sorry, another 1 for a town. So 7, 9 fear. So we're 2 short.
Yep.
Unless the event helps us. The next event. And we're gonna have a fear card. I can call to isolation something still. Is there something that does anything? I guess is a question.
Probably not. I mean,
I
all
guess...
the slave rebellion things are used up, so
Yeah. I
Running
mean,
a bill doesn't do much.
putting Dahan in places with towns might do like damage per Dahan in a coastal land or whatever kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to throw a Dahan into E2 just to see. All right.
YOLO.
Maybe there was a line, but I don't think we're going to find it.
Save Rebellion actually didn't pop up. It just literally jumped to resolve. I didn't have to read the card.
Oh yeah, I think that's something that's going to be fixed in the next update. That they didn't get put back in the right spacing or whatever. Does it matter what we destroy? Maybe the one in the Ravaged Land, I guess.
Sure. And then here it's just... Oh. Did it do it for me? I think it did. Oh, I see. Yeah, I had no real choice there.
Yeah. I think I was clicking on things before. Now you are.
Yeah.
Use one fear off. You wish you played Concealing Shadows instead of Mantle of Dread. But Mantle of Dread was needed for the elements, right? Or it wasn't, actually. Because you didn't need the fire, you needed the air.
I did.
You could have
I did need
played
the fire.
Concealing Shadows. Do you want to go back for that?
I have 1 innate fire. I played 2 fire cards.
I don't think if we lose because of one fear, then Lefty Link gets the prize.
No, explain to me how I would not. I have 3 fire right now. Like.
Oh, right. Oh, you need 3 for the bottom one. Yeah, so that's why. Lefty Link, you're wrong. All right. Let's go event and fear cards. Each beast deals 2 damage. Does that do anything? I don't know. We're replacing things with towns we lose immediately from cultural assimilation. That would be hilarious. Nope, there are none. Each beast deals 2 damage. Doesn't matter.
Wait, I think we win.
Oh, from
Reckless Offensive.
Oh, Reckless Offensive does tons. Yeah. Do we lose? Is it a sacrifice victory?
No,
I think
there's the Cascade place. D6.
Are they?
So the land with 2 Dahan and 2 buildings is D7. Each Dahan destroys a building. So yeah, 2 towns are destroyed. We get the fear, adds a blade.
Lefty Link will reflect.
Or also E8 does it too.
So we have sacrifice victory. No, we have, because it checks between each of these things.
Think so.
Yay! Easy win. There was never in doubt.
That game was so easy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, we were like, let's just play, a whole bunch of second wave games. It's going to be great.
John. We're 1 short.
1 short of score. Yeah. What's that from? Dahan? No. All the numbers are even. We would have to do 2 things.
We would need either one. We would need 2 more Dahan or 2 less blade. So.
All right. I'm going to copy the story so far to the clipboard. I'm going to paste it in the Discord of our channel. So if you want to go see what that looks like, it's going to be in our Discord channel on Spirit Island.
Ooh.
And you can have a look. Okay.
Wall of text.
Speed run second wave? Probably not.
No. Yeah, so before the stream, John and I were like, yeah, we're just going to do some second wave shenanigans today. I'm like, yep, totally. And then he decided to take Fractured Days, Split the Sky, which automatically doubles the length of the game.
Or triples. I think if we had started with, just simple Spirits with Aspects, then that would be better for doing multi-games.
Yeah.
But that's good. That was fun with Powers Long Forgotten, and we definitely wanted that +1 range. And this affected you a bunch. Didn't affect me at all. And 2 fear cards. We had 2 fear cards that we never needed, so.
And
All
we'll
right.
never know what they were.
We'll never know. So, yeah, I think my brain is fried from Fractured Days, so we'll call that a stream.
Yep.
But thanks, Dolphin, for joining me, or me for joining Dolphin in this combination stream.
I just want to say thank you for joining me today, Migrant P. Thank
Yeah.
you all for watching Handelabra Dive.
Yeah.
The weekly strategically minded developer-led stream hosted by Logic P.
To be followed up by Dolphins Live.
As hosted by Migrant Dolphin.
I am the famous person now.
You are a famous person now.
Yeah, so if you missed it, the update with Fractured Days and aspects, as well as the Story So Far feature that you've seen during this game, is going to be available on Monday. So watch for an update on iOS App Store, Google Play, and Steam. And there's more to come. We have more spirits in the works, more scenarios in the works, and lots of stuff happening. So we're excited for a big summer of Spirit Island, and we hope you come along for the ride. Have a good day and a good weekend. We'll see you. I'll see you on Tuesday. Actually, no, I'm flying around the country on Tuesday, so another day. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream on Monday with the launch day. Let's see about that. And you'll be back at
Have
some
fun
indeterminate
and enjoy
day.
the rest of your day at Cedar Point, America's rockin' roller coaster. Rock on.
Rock on, dudes.